And we're back, folks, with Wildermyth on the Dravan story for the full release. Now, let us hit this place. We're going to hit this place. It's not the main goal. We still have time before they escape. And I really need some more experience and equipment for my party members before we go into the end of the first chapter. So let's just, let's patrol. Yeah, let's patrol. How many days do we have? Actually, no, we're going to have to... I'm just going to have to attack. I don't like doing it with the infestant up. I have to be honest, I'm glad you're cooking tonight. After Broves, no fry fritters. I'm just saying, the bar is low. Don't get too excited. So, we're hitting front of Dover tomorrow morning. But that detour added more time than we thought it would, and our food is running a little low. How low? I got onions and some more onions. I thought there was still jerky. I figured we'd need that tomorrow. Says the Wolfman. Onions aren't a meal, they're an ingredient. I bet I can change your mind. What's this? We've got a 51% chance. A good onion soup can hold its own against any other meal. And low and slow, that's the key. How slow? Start thinking stories now. You think an actress of all people would recognise sarcasm, but apparently not. Even later. So how much longer do you think? Just about... Yep, it's perfect. Whoa. Did Sally teach you how to enchant onions? This is pure wizardry. Right, temporary HP. Yeah, there's 4 of them. That guy's the main threat. The corruption is annoying. But we should be able to... I don't think I can... No, I can get one or the other. Okay. His armor's annoying. Scalding Rain. Scalding Rain won't kill him, but it will kill that one. Which is what we really want. You can jump back, and we can start getting rid of you. Right, so we took out 2 of the 4. You still have your weapons. Swap weapon to your great spear and move up. And then we can put you on Guardian. Right, they still don't know where we are, so that's good to know. Silk Step. Okay. Once per battle, everyone dives into the gloom field. Right. Well, he's not in the gloom field, unfortunately, but he can still open the door. Okay. That raccoon has to go, but we can't see him from where we are. So we need to destroy that terrain. Flair's actually pretty good on that one. He's blinded so he can't dodge as easily. I can't really get him. Stay invisible, please. Get Guardian up. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. There we go. Blind it again. I really need you to be able to push up further than this, because this guy's behind hard cover. Okay. Attack scenery, we're going to destroy it. Nice solid hit. Not enough to kill it though, unfortunately. And we can smash it in the head with a quarterstaff. Right. Finally, he leveled up. Okay. We have passive. Marlin's attacks apply 2 hobble, which means it reduces the difference. Wisdom. Marlin gets bonus to all campaign level tasks based on age. That's not so bad. Plus range with all attacks and abilities, and can shred 1 armor. Long range is actually pretty nice for a ranged unit. We'll upgrade his knife. The snake fawn of PaulyD, and they get that, which is fine. Gorgon's going to be Gorgons. Yeah, let's secure this place. Take 28 days. And we should really push on to the main objective. We should have time. We secure the location. Fabric, spell thread. Okay, that will drop his armor. Personally, I prefer having armor. Dodge is always useful, but I prefer armor. Let's thread it for the supplies. Block is nice. Get his block up. Hers is 70, I've got the 75. Yeah, let's get her stuff up. And then we're going to scout the final location. We should just about manage it. Yeah. We've managed to get them down to High Circle Tower. With 82 days left, let's attack the final location. Then it happened, like, we're too close now. They're almost right above us in the ruins. Then it happens today. You're as good as tracker as any I've ever met, Marlin Fanspear. Fairly unremarkable work, though, I thought. Stuck to the procedure, did get to learn a few things, though. I'm glad for the experience. Mum, we stay together, right? Right. The danger of cornered animals and all. I will say, you don't have to come. This is mostly my fight here, and I know that, and I'm sorry I've driven you all this way. Dravsnak, his power over flame is sudden and strong. Hill folks took to calling him Dragon, or Old Golden Glare. We called my schoolmaster worse things here. Don't get in front. Let the strong folk up first. A fortification was once carved halfway up a cliffside, where water used to flow. Though its name only lives in the scattered air its builders breathed, its commander territory has made it the site of strife 10 times since its fall to ruin. It fell to ruin. They truly chase us back into the egg. What could drive such death lust? Okay, yeah. A couple of these hunter types, 1 range unit and 2 of their warriors, but the warriors got +1 damage and the range unit has +1 armor. So we need to basically confront the leaders who are up here. So we need to fight our way through to them. So let's not keep them waiting. Well, first things first, let's get Gloom up, since you'll get everybody hidden. And then we'll push forward. That's done. Swap to my range weapon. Get up here, please. Solid arrow to the gut. He blocked it, that's not good. She managed to block back with her high block. They're probably going to start spawning more troops. We need to hack our way through. Okay. Right, that exposed her, unfortunately. Take him out. You put an arrow into him. And then stab him in the face. Now we have to move. Let's stick to terrain, because we'll get a bit of cover from range units, if they still have any left. They shouldn't. If my maths is right, we took out 2 warriors, 1 of their bird folk and the range unit. So they should be down to only... There were 6 of them. So they should be down to only a couple of units left. At least 1 more bird folk. I think it should be 1 bird folk and 1 warrior. But you can never be sure in this game. No, technically you can. Okay, that's a lie. Technically you can be sure in this game. But I'm just being pedantic. Okay. Yeah. Need to get closer. Enchant the wall and move to discus. And then our range unit can move up. And put an arrow into him. And then she can step into the square and we start the encounter. Dravsnak. The blood can stop. Be brave, Dravsnak. We end this the way we should have ended it. You say the name of Dravsnak. Does Softskull know this name? You speak Yandric. Dravsnak did teaching to me. Look, Sally. Marlin, I see him. It was foolish to chase us. Dravsnak is dead. Bow to Vaswal. He is a mighty Devet. Hissit, Rasik, Vassak, Soak Dasnak N. Ip. Pointless talk now. Pointless is your living. Be dead. A bird's breast blasting call seems to jolt even the old stone to wake. Then the ruins are alive with the scowls of Droven Sapes. Well, friends, I guess it's our turn to run. And they come charging out of the woodwork. And now we have to get to the exit. The problem is I'm pretty sure that we can outrun the bird guy. But we can try. She can get to there. Yeah, so there was 1 person standing there. Great to know. Okay. Yeah, it's threading through terrain. We just have to go. I don't think staying is the right choice. Yeah, they were going to just keep coming. Okay, so we can get to the exit. Time to go. It's the bird rider that I'm worried about. Okay, can she get to the exit this turn? No, which means she's going to get hit. Let's get Guardian up. He blocked. He dodged. He blocked again. Yeah, we need to go. Level up, good. She can't use that. That's spell damage and none of these spells. Let's just go straight for the Heartwood. Right, she leveled up. Inspiration. Callie gives adjacent allies +1 damage and spell damage. That's useful. Archers. Callie's bonds with the earth and summons 4 seedlings and silt a wondrous tree and pins around enemies. Endurance is really nice. Increases her armor and her warding. Yeah, it gives her. That would give her 7 warding and nearly 3 points of armor this early on in the campaign would be really useful. It was a miserable misthinking, Travar, letting them chase us so long. Your hateful little eyes agreed with me. Though I suppose these lessons must be learnt for wisdom to grow. Other Dravans allows human escape. Why do you care? They've killed how many of us? Always better for Vane to let water flow where it will. Give it room to leave you dry. I would have preferred they believe Dravsnak alive, but knowing the truth, perhaps they'll subside back to their human ways, their corn growing, their musk making, and whatever else. Your name be known. That is a good thing I want. Hiss it. Your loyalty is noted, young warlord. Let us hope it is more helpful than annoying. I don't see any shadows up on the path, but I'm going through the water here and starting south. Out of Arasot, we'll course correct and head west. They eat cold food where their aching feet stop. A shrine that seems to be promising safe sleep. Dravsnak dead. I wanted a chance to face him again. Do what I should have done years ago. What I was thinking was, how do you know what the Drav said was true? Couldn't they be hiding him from you? Right. More mixed trails. The smaller one called the Swell, the way he spoke. Resin, the flashback to the younger one, the smaller one. You understood that, huh? Roughly, something to the effects of shut your lizard trap. Mum, you're going to leave again, aren't you? I'd go with you this time, but No, brother, of course you have a life to live. Not one where I am dragging you off on fool's errands, but a life full of comfort and happiness. I hope I see it someday. I'll return, I will. Winter's well underway by the time they return to Gladtown. There's no hero's welcome, no one really knew they'd left in the first place. Survivors of the burning fairground didn't forget it. But who has time to hold on to last year's horrors? Small disasters need attention. There's hens to feed and fences to fix. Life for many folk and many years falls into a peaceful curve. And we finish the first chapter. You get 10 years of peace. Which means our characters will age by 10 years. So what did they lose? The extra armor on the Drover, which is useful. During the years of peace, on his more civilized days, Keter would drop into town for gossip and for tool repairs, but on the whole he felt clear-headed only amongst wilder kin. Repairing the physical damage done to the font of Davor wasn't hard, but coaxing the magic back into it required weeks of meditation and spell work from Callie. I'm going to say Sally, just from Sally. Malin was visited once by a woman cloaked in ivy. The spirit lay out 3 futures for Malin to pick from. After much consideration, one was finally picked. Ketil added a new addition onto his house. He put a sturdy table in the centre of it and always found excuses to have friends for dinner. Malin and Beauvais were married soon after they came home. It wasn't long before they were raising a son of their own. In those early years, the boy would be raised where Malin had been, in the lodge home of his family. Transformation. We can give her full firearms, flaming strike, 4 to 7 magical damage. Cali blast a nearby foe. The thing if we do that, she loses all access to that her wand. So no. We can do a transformation. Yeah, see, this is the thing. That's why I gave him the axe in case he loses a hand. Wolf claw. Ketu rakes a nearby foe with his monstrous claws. What's his current spear? Tier 1, 6 damage, range of 2 squares. It has distance, but I can upgrade this a lot more, I think. We still have his offhand as well. Okay, so we're here to the upgrade system. So first and foremost, who needs to get some? She actually needs armor. Bolgar needs armor of some kind. That's going to take nearly all of my hide to do. Or we can do fabric and give her that, which will reduce her speed, reduce her dodge by 5. The thing is, as they get older, their dodge goes down anyway. So let's go chain link. Link mail. Give her that. He needs to have a better bow. Just like straight up better bow. Not enough heartwood. Not enough heartwood. We could give him a water bow. Stun effect refunds an action, so he gets an action back for using it. I wish we had more hardwood. Maybe we can find some more out in the world. I'm going to give him the axe. Not enough ingots. Okay. So he's got a pretty good set of armor as is. But we can't get it upgraded because we don't have enough spell thread. Okay. This is all tier 1 stuff. If you wanted to upgrade it to level 2, we'd need some more spell thread, which we don't have. Okay. So all in all, we haven't got a lot of resources. Which means we're going to have to craft it in the game. Which is not a problem. Even like a level 2, what's a level 2 looking at? It's like, we haven't got enough hardwood for anything. At least you got some decent armor. Which is fine. I mean, I could make give her a flaming sword as backup. Actually, to be honest, I should probably do something. Could give him a leaf spear. Temper HP to hero. Something like that, perhaps. And give him like a flaming sword. Doesn't shred armor like the hammer. The thing is, the axe shreds armor, but he already has the armor shredding ability. Oh, that was a 3-9 enemies. Yeah, let's go with something like that. There we go. And what little resources we have left, need to get a lot more hardwood and a lot more spell thread. I mean, yeah, like if I want to give him like improved Thornbeck, we need ingots and hide. So yeah. And up here's where to go for extra work. Some fixing projects, some junk that needs sorting. Keep animals when my husband was still my husband. Kept animals when my husband was still my husband. Door gets rusted closed, so I never used the bolt. It's why you see the door gets rusted closed, so I never used the bolt. It's why you see just a rope on a hook, but if it blows open or the seat tries to eat the rope or something, knock it off its hook. So I'd appreciate you checking up on it when you can. What are you looking at? Cobb's the final seat. Cobb her. Cobby Cobb. What a bright sheep. And of course, she's the last of my sheep. I hate her still, she doesn't leave, so you'll have to feed her. I can do her baths, alright. So, also in here's, let me show you what's also in here. In here, oh, it's a lady. Yeah, that's a grown woman. She looks up. That doesn't often happen, but I do think it's pretty weird when it does. Brisk, cool winds were at first welcome, with summer starting. Now they last this yondering. Proud, tall trees must bend. Even the stones feel it. High on the mountains, jarred rocks plummet off seats they've held since mountains were raised. Was half convinced your letters were fake. Malin fan spear. They say you're a dad now. Boy was excited to stay the summer with my mother and father. Beauvais wasn't going to be left behind. Beauvais, you're a grandmother. We would have brought him, but your letter mentioned danger. Sally Yarn, you just come doddering up one summer night, huh? Ketu Klexke, look at you, you bruiser. That's interesting. They've switched the arms around. The simplest thing comes first. A big warm meal is followed by a toast and a glossary account of all the years. But remembrances are aggravated. The nature of this business tonight is grimmer even than it was all those years ago. Good to hear that the problem's still relatively remote, but a journey needed then. It'll make you angry to see. Do we even know why? Why slaves? Why force them into pits? Why? Any of it. I don't know what exactly they're digging for, or doesn't make sense, and actually I can't say I cared when I saw it, what they were doing. Her face scrouched up in rage. They move earth, they eat, they drink from troughs, sleep chained to stones and each other. I don't know how many, they're all human though. Their numbers grow as this Bonehelm knight has his way with the land and landsfolk. He and his Drovan break any militia forces that challenge them. And you believe it really is. I haven't seen him, but the description of his size and sword leaves little doubt. Then, in a way, it's our fault. There's too much we don't know for us to take full responsibility. Yes, maybe, but I can see why you thought to come to us. We are probably the ones who know this former captive himself. We're probably the ones who know this former captive himself, know him best. Fate wears a peculiar cloak. It's woven of quiet. When she sweeps through our lives, we sense it, and when our hearts lean to follow her. Tomwell Stand isn't on my map. Isn't on any map I own. Must be more than a season's walk. Worry about our boy. I'm afraid it'll be more akin to a war campaign than a hunting trip. The way I see it, there's a couple of distinct ways to go about this. We speed straight towards our enemy and their full force, the way we did last time, or we could be more methodical, take out Drovan holdings, weaken their positions while strengthening ours. Or maybe the slower way, we can afford a few trips home. Well, maybe the slower way, we can afford a few trips home. Was also thinking that, but I'm glad it was you who said it. All monster groups withdraw extra monsters in every battle. Okay, liberate Song Cooper Hole, claim other Droven sites to make the final fight easier. Okay, so that's the fighting, liberating the Hollow. But first and foremost, let's get down here. I'm going to grab the fourth party member as soon as we can. Haven Beams. Kettle has a wish for a family home. Oh, opportunity. Brover just got back. Sort of at, says Kettle. Exchange looks. So, Malin, have you ever thought about starting a family? A family? Well, yeah, sometimes, he says. I got a kid after all. I think about it, having kids. I'd raise them to be clever, obviously, not like their dad, but then, it's such a dangerous world, isn't it? This sounds like the start of a quest. You got a good questing here. Okay. So those two are going. So we got a ranger, a fighter. Yeah, let's do with that and we take the mage. So you can go there and basically recruit. It's on the way. The journey has only begun, but any roofless distances will soon remind the body of its flaws. How many of these quests have I been on, and will this be the last? On the horizon's other side, Warlord Winchen Perak has returned. She stands fierce at your fire. Correct, good. Perak is faster than others. My news is for the Warlord Devan. I am his wings and spear. You're strong and proud, I see that, but know that the Warlord and I are tied at the tail. Don't expect to reach across my jaws unbitten. I only do what has been asked of me. Then you are the Devar others describe you to be. The moon cell is not whole again, but already you have returned, Warlord. My mission, Perak is the swiftest flyer, Warlord. Young for Wingsen, but dutiful. I wish I do use wings the way Perak is due. All beings envy the winged knights, their skill and stature, but Warlord, you must never say so in front of others. Perak herself, I believe you might trust with your candour, but she seems to be of a rare kind. Warlord, your fight is in battle, in the skies of war. You are a mighty crag eagle. I am an ill-seasoned dwarf-leaf. I can be blown far and fast, but it is unproven wherever I will be split, fall upon the blade. Frost birds clack and whistle, the chimes of picks striking rock filters from the dig. Did you understand me, Warlord? Does he look like he understands idle poetry? Fool knight, Warlord, put her at ease, have her report. It's right, Perak, stand here easily. Do report to me in Vaswell. Yes, Warlord, my flight was east to the old borderlands. Far in that direction I travel from before in my history. Far in that direction I travelled from before in my history. As is now renowned, Warlord, I progressed quickly, was supplied well, our fortifications all stood intact and cannily managed. She says our battle camps are strong and good. Good, says the Warlord. Then we are in good situation, I am glad. But Warlord, I think the limitations of our permit, Warlord. It is time to send Dravan past the borderlands. No. What meaning is attack? Raid the east? Get slaves there? Warlord, I think this is the wrong talk. No more slaves, no, but attack is better than wait. Raiding is better than waiting, Warlord. The East isn't important. It holds no ancestral value to us. Raiding them will only stir the humans up. What use is that to our efforts? The efforts of slaves, you mean, whose labour only you see purpose in. Ancestral. My ancestral is there, in the East, my fatherland. In 2 heavy strides, Florian is heading up the hill. Fervent, stop. Do you presume to command him? There is a screech from the bird. You're right, Wing-san Peya. I command you for correcting me. I commend you for correcting me. Soft lit land is quiet. Breeze musts the hair of valley oaks. Afternoon slowly rusts. Remember our long travel, both of us walking, chased by soft skull hunters. That time I wished for wings, also wings for you. I was weak that time, now time strong. I make human ones flinch. Soft skulls, I put cages on them, around them. Around, yes, warlord, if we do raid the eroded lands, let's first strengthen the place where we, truly you, have made Droven, like the armour of my chest. Wonderful. She's got your clumsy saying your own analogues now. Yes, warlord Theon. We'll armour our hills, thicken our camps with spears. Devan are born raiders, warlord, out of the egg and into the thorns, as the saying goes. We don't need walls, we need our skies and our courage. There's a long silence. Let's see. Squall, raid, immediate incursions, will basically cause an immediate incursion. I trust Vassal, he has head, it's a good thinking head. Wise is the word. Fortifying. All Devan sites get +1 card. So we can get an immediate incursion, which is actually pretty bad for us, because we haven't even... Let's go with the fortified card. I do not fully understand the Devan vessel's reasoning, warlord, and even more so I question whatever inslay. The warlord has made his decision, Wing Sen Perak. Aye, right, my decision I has made. Aye, yes, warlord, I am honoured to be an arrow in your sky. Vasal's sky also. Vasal's sky also, he did give to me sky in place of cage and bars. Warlord, I must also advise humbly that Wingsake Prek be kept close. An arrow quivered and ready to guard your sky. Though you generously call it ours, I will not. But the Wing Knight's battle way has ever been to fly far, and my understanding is elbow level. But I think the soul my understanding is elbow level. But I think the swirl is understand his needing. Do I agreement? I don't know. After a brief silence, Thorin grunts, turns, and heads back down the hill. His devotion to you, I simply do not like it. It gnarls my soul seeing such a thing in him. You pay him little respect, thinking it ill-founded. Have patience with me, Wing Sen Peak. I was born small, but I carry tall hopes, as old as the mightiest of our ancestors. Have patience with me. And the bird takes off. Or am I just the waddling you told me I wasn't? And I think it's a good place to stop. So it seems that there seems to be like discontent amongst the Drovan ranks. Some wish to be super aggressive, some wish to basically fortify and hold. This is really interesting. This actually has a really interesting contrast with historical things. About how, like, for example, how one of the ways the Romans really dealt with a lot of the Celtic and Gallic, a lot of the Celtic tribes and the Gauls, was that the Gaul, especially in Britain, for example, there was a history they had their history of combat was mostly sort of large scale raiding which is why you had a lot of hill forts, because hill forts are a good way of securing your resources and preventing enemies being able to raid and steal resources. Unfortunately, in the more classical style of warfare that the Romans practiced, that pretty much meant that you could destroy them in detail by forcing them back into a single location and breaking them. And this is the same kind of pattern, which is that the traditionalist Drovan want to basically conduct raids. They want to hit the enemy, they want to raid their lands, weaken them. But the advisor obviously is saying, look, we tried to do that before, it didn't work. We need to basically be basically more strategic. We need to be wise. We need to fortify our positions. We need to basically plan more strategically next than we did previously. And it's a nice contrast to see that difference. In the next episode, we are going to go to, let's see, Lorana Tannery. No, it's not Tannery. It's Janona Windmill, and secure it. We'll do the story mission and grab another follower, and we'll go down to these places and basically clear them out, and then we'll push towards this area here, and we'll see what happens. That's all for next time, folks. I've been Cornish-knight. This has been Wildermyth full release. If you've liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button, and I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye.